Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a simple and easy pizza dough you can make at home. I'm going to show you step by step through how to make the pizza and show you an end result at the end. Let's go. Okay everyone, so moving on to the ingredients. For the flours, you definitely need some strong white bread flour. This is the one you definitely need to make this pizza. Next up is 0000 pasta flour, which is like semolina, but it's very fine flour. That's an extra that I'm using today. We also have some sugar, caster sugar in there, some dried yeast in there, and some sea salt, fine sea salt in there. Cool, let's go on to making it. Okay, for the first step, you're going to add 400 grams of strong white bread flour. Next, add your 00 flour, or another 100 grams of strong white bread flour. Half a level teaspoon of fine sea salt. Give it a quick mix with the fork, and once you're finished mixing, you can then create a well, which we'll find out why we need that in a minute. Okay, and there we have the well. All right, then you're gonna pour 325 milliliters of lukewarm water into a container or jug, and then add 7 grams of dried yeast, like so. Then you wanna add half a tablespoon of caster sugar, and then with a fork, with a fork, give it a mix. Once you've mixed it thoroughly, leave it for a couple of minutes to get a bit bubbly and soak up the yeast and the sugar. Once the liquid has got a little bit bubbly, you're gonna pour it into your well. That's what it was for. You're gonna do that. And then you're going to grab a spoon or a fork and gently bring in the flour from around the sides into the liquid, and then incorporate it all into a bowl like this. Make sure you're getting all the flour from around the sides. Just bringing it all, trying to get it into one bowl. Once your dough has become too hard to mix, pour it out onto a counter, like so. This step may need a bit of flour on the counter if your dough is quite sticky, but all you're going to do now is knead the dough. Okay, now you're probably going to knead the dough for 10 minutes. Just to really build up that gluten inside the dough. And as you're mixing, it does get a little bit more sticky. So you may need to keep adding a bit of flour. Or sometimes what happens if you add more flour, it just keeps getting somehow more stickier, and yeah. So I might need to add some flour now to the counter. As you can see, it's quite sticky and wet at the minute. I'll just put a bit on the counter. I'm just gonna keep kneading this for about 10 minutes using the hold and push method. Now this, I'll show you from the side. So with your left hand or your weaker hand, you're gonna hold down the dough, which is closest to you. And then the furthest bit away with your strong hand, you're just pushing the dough against the counter and away from you, and you're going to get it all again. I'm just going to keep doing that. Keep spinning the dough as well as you go, because that will help you target different areas of the dough. Okay, so I've been mixing now for probably about 5 minutes, kneading for about 5 minutes, and it's already feeling a lot stretchier than it was before. And the main thing you wanted to do with this is keep breaking the dough. So if you can see there inside the dough, it's all broken apart, not like this, smooth inside. That's what you're looking to do, because you're trying to pull apart the gluten so it really makes it even stronger. Okay, 10 minutes is up, and you can see how smooth the dough is now compared to when I started. And also, it's quite a bit more stretchy, as you can see. Stretches a lot easier. It's got little breaks and tears. However, I am pulling it quite hard, to be fair. However, it does really stretch quite well now. So that is the end of the kneading process, and now we need to get the pizza dough into a ball. And the way you do this is getting your two hands like this, pushing against the counter and bringing it to you, and this will stretch out all the gluten in the dough. But if you can see little holes there, like air that's been popped, that's because I did it a bit too much and a bit too hard. You don't want that to happen. You just want a smooth top, like so. Now then, we're gonna place. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna place the pizza dough into the bowl. Covered it with a cling film. Now I'm gonna leave it to rest in a warm place for at least 1 hour. Okay, for the sauce, I have got some chopped tomatoes, some tin chopped tomatoes in a can. I'm just gonna plonk that into my pan over a medium heat. I have also got some olive oil, which I'm going to put in. Glug of that, not that much. Then, just going to put a bit of mixed herbs in. Like that. How much you like on that, doesn't really matter, not too much. And then top it all off. Ready to cook tomatoes, always add a bit of salt, like that, nice. Okay, now you're just going to give this a mix. You can find a spoon, a carving, okay, I'm going to give this a mix. Okay, just turn that up to medium heat and keep mixing. Oh no, don't keep mixing. Incorporate all the ingredients into there and then leave it to simmer until it's to your consistency. Now, obviously boiling it will take out a lot of the liquid, so it'll go thicker as well. Depending on what type of tin tomatoes you get, you might get more bigger chunks of tomato, or you might get smaller ones. Now this can just be on whatever you like really. I've got quite big chunks of tomato in here, so what I might do is, because I don't like them too big, is I'm gonna get the masher and gently, so it doesn't go all over the place, squash that down like so. And once I've finished doing this, I'll leave it for about 5 minutes to simmer on a medium heat. I'll hope put the lid on as well. And then yeah, the sauce will be ready to put on our pizza. Okay, this has probably been bubbling away for about 5 minutes now. Maybe I was a bit too high, but done that. Right, give it a mix. I reckon for me that is probably good enough. I'll turn the heat off now actually. So turn the heat off after 5 minutes, and for me this consistency is probably just really what you want. A nice thick sauce, so sort of when you drag your spoon through quick, it just about goes back to where it was. So I think I'm done with the sauce now, so this is ready to go on my pizza. Okay, now my dough has probably been resting now, for well over an hour. And as you can see, it's quite big. It's probably double in size, probably what you're looking for really. And we're gonna put this out onto the counter. Okay, now I've got my pizza dough out to the bowl and split it up into 3 different sections because I'm having 3 pizzas today. All I used was this handy tool to scrape around and get the pizza out, and I've kept the top side up, so this is the top of the pizza dough as it was rising. So I've got my 3 pizza, well they're not balls at the minute, but you can call them balls if you want. So I'm gonna put them over there, and yeah, I'm ready to do my pizza. Okay, so here I have my pizza dough ball, and now I'm going to roll it out. So you can just use your hands, but I find it quite hard, and I never get it an even thickness. So today I'm just going to use a rolling pin. You want to lightly flour the counter, and keep turning the pizza dough. You can flip it if you want, to get a bit of flour on the other side. Keep going, keep turning it so it doesn't end up as like a square or something. Unless you want it like a square, you can have it as a square if you want. So just keep going. See all the air bubbles in the pizza. Now you could just press it and stretch it with your hands. I mean, there's that you can do, but for me, none of them. It's a lot more safer, I think, to just use a rolling pin, because if you mess up the pizza, say I've just got it out of the bowl from proving, and then I just go straight into trying to do it with my hands, and I don't get it right. If I don't get it right, and then I have to roll it back up again, then that's when the pizza dough will go really tough, and then you'll find it so much harder to roll out again. I've had a lot of experience of that, and where it just won't move. It's like rubber. It'll still taste the same, but it won't be as airy and as light as it would be if it was just done in the first go. But I'm slowly but surely getting this thinner and thinner. I think I need a bit more flour at the minute. And this dough it's quite a low hydration dough, meaning that it's quite a dry dough for pizza, so it can be rolled out quite easily, and it's not very sticky at all. You will need flour, just because you're pressing down into the counter to keep it off the counter. Now my pizza, as you can see, is taking its shape. Now you can sort of use your hands to sort of pull the pizza dough a little bit to give it a bit more surface area, but I'm just gonna stick to this and make sure if you go over the edge of the pizza dough with this, it will just flatten out the crust. Depending if you want a thin crust or you want a thick crust, you can do whatever you like with it. You can throw it up, you can spin it a little bit if you're that good. But yeah, it's taking its shape now. It's not a big pizza. This one weighed about 284 grams, which I suppose people might think is quite a heavy pizza, a big pizza, but it's not really. And that's probably done for me, really. That's sort of my thickness that I like. Probably a pound coin thin. If I go any thinner, it might stick and then it might tear and make holes in the pizza, which is obviously what you don't want. But yeah, I'm happy with that. So we can add our toppings and our sauce. Let's go. All right, I've got my tomato sauce here, which I've just conjured up on the hob over there, as I've shown you. So still quite thick. I did mash it up a little bit, so it isn't as big chunks as there was. So I'm placing tomato in the middle and then little circles, getting bigger and bigger, and that will evenly spread the tomatoes out. But the bigger the chunks, the less even the coating will be on your pizza dough. Now you can have as much as this as you want. I don't really want too much, but you know, bit of flavour that you get from it, and it's mainly really just to keep the cheese on the pizza. You can go out to the edges, or you can leave quite a bit of a crust if you want. You know, a puffy crust. But I think that will do for me. I'll show you. I think that for me is the right amount of tomato sauce. You can sort of see how thin it is, and it's quite a nice coating of that tomato sauce that we have on there. And now it's time for the cheese. All right, I've just added some mozzarella to my pizza, and now I'm going to add some Parmesan. You could do this on top or just below on top of the tomato sauce. So bit that on top, and then I've also grated some cheddar cheese on top of my pizza. So now ready to go and put it in the oven. Let's go. All right then, so in the oven we go with my pizza. I have got 2 pizza stones in there already on a thin tray. So place that on top like so. Close the door, and that is on gas mark 7. It shouldn't be that low. Probably want it max heat really. In there you want it as hot as possible, so the pizza will cook as quickly and as crisp as possible. So we're going to cook that for probably about 10 minutes in total. And there we have it, a beautiful pizza. Loads of cheese on top, thin base, thick crust, lovely crisp to it, nice shine. Cheese looks good. I'm going to tuck into that, and that will be absolutely brilliant. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a really simple pizza recipe which gives you amazing results. That dough is absolutely brilliant. It's soft, crisp on the outside and full of flavour. Now, I hope you enjoyed it. The pizza, very quick to make. I personally made it under an hour and a half, so it's very quick, little ingredients, and you don't have to have amazing kit. I mean, I have stones, pizza stones in there. You don't need them. I only bought them a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and catch you in the next one. See ya.